Hello everyone and welcome to the year of 2016 recap video where we look back over what's happened on this channel over the last 12 months. On a personal note, this year has been incredible. I've moved out, I've got my own home to record from, and we have seen the biggest growth on the channel yet. Along with the huge success of Season 4 of Hermitcraft, it's been one to remember. So if you're new to the channel, this would be a great way to get a sense of what we get up to here. And if you've been subscribed for the whole year, then enjoy the nostalgia. And leave a comment letting me know if you subscribed during 2016 or before. It would be very interesting to know. So thank you as always for your support and making all of this possible. Let's get into it, starting with January. So with a new year, I decided to do a new project on Season 3 of Hermitcraft. We were going to build a passive mob farm, which meant we had to clear all of the grass that could be found in the spawn chunks. And this was amplified terrain, remember? It was a crazy project that took us several episodes. And speaking of crazy, we also saw the return of Evil X 100 episodes since we first saw him in a special episode number 450 in Season 3. That was a lot of fun to record. And of course the Hermitcraft server got blown up, but not really. We also hit 400,000 during this month, and I did a special video going over some numbers and showing off the Wastelands project from Season 2 Hermitcraft, and that was a lot of fun to put together. We also started 2 new series on the channel within this month, or towards the end of it actually. There was Train Valley, the train management game that was a little bit of a nightmare to play while you're recording, I'll say that. But it seemed that everyone watching had a lot of fun with that series. And then of course there was Scrap Mechanic, a game that I still think was probably released a little too early for my liking, but with the tools that were there in the beginning we had a lot of fun and made a handful of videos showing off what you could do with the game. With all of the grass removed from the spawn chunks, February got off to a start with us building our passive mob farm. It kicked off with Chocolate Islands 2.0, a little tribute to Mr. Etho's lab, as we removed all of the grass from an island where we chose to build our passive mob farm. It was a huge project and unfortunately it will forever remain finished as 1.9 was released. And with that came Hermitcraft Season 4, which has without a doubt been the best, the most exciting and well received season of Hermitcraft that we have all done so far. It's been a real adventure, and of course with the release of 1.9 came my 25 secrets about 1.9 video, which blew up and got over 1 million views in a couple of months, which was incredible, something I hadn't seen before. And also in that month we started our 3rd season of City Skylines, which would forever be doomed by the snowy weather, which was fun for a while, and then you realise you couldn't turn the snow off and your city was forever to be covered in it. March was a month dominated by Hermitcraft. Season 4 kicked off to a tremendous start. I was having a world of fun and we spent a lot of time on the server making tons of videos and working on our base, which still looks really great to this day. I'm really pleased with the build that we came up with back then. And so outside of Hermitcraft, not much else was happening on the channel. I made the 2-way piston bug door, which was a really popular video. It took advantage of the translocation bug. Unfortunately now, of course, that one's been removed from the game, but it was still a popular video at the time. And also I released one Planet Coaster video. All I did was make the craziest, most insane roller coaster you'll ever see, completely ridiculous and unrealistic. And it was a lot of fun to ride on that thing. That video blew up to over 100,000 views, which was really unexpected and really good to see. April, of course, started off with April Fools. The 1st of April is always a time for practical jokes, and mine was Freecell, a game that I actually like to play. It's a card game, and I decided that we would make a video announcing that we were starting a series on Freecell. But of course it was just me pulling your leg on April Fools, and a lot of you seem to really like that. In April, we also started a series on a new game released by Mojang known as Crown and Council. It was a little bit of a strategy game, but not the most challenging of one, and we did quite a few episodes on that game. We also did the 1-player sleeping tutorial, which has been very popular ever since. Lots of multiplayer server players always want to have this one on their server. And I also got my Minecraft cape. I got contacted by Mark, who runs Minecraft Realms, or at least the creative map side of it, and he said that they'd lowered the requirements for Minecraft capes and that meant that I'd get one. So I got myself a fancy new cape and decided to make a Do You Know Minecraft episode all about capes. And as well as that, me and Rendog also played one of the best Minecraft maps ever made, Terra Swoop Force. If you haven't played this one, look at how amazing it is. Taking advantage of the Elytra, you've got to go play this one. In May, I released another video popular with multiplayer communities. The Ender Dragon Elytra drop tutorial showed you how to get an Ender Dragon to drop an Elytra when it died. We have this on Hermitcraft Season 4 of course, and that was a popular video. And speaking of Season 4 of Hermitcraft, we released one of my favourite episodes from this season, number 492, Killed by a Villager, where I indeed got killed by a villager, a statistic that I am very proud of and something you don't see very often in this game. We also released the tutorial on the Elytra launcher using boats, which unfortunately doesn't work anymore, but that video was very popular at the time, amassing over 200,000 views, which I'm really proud of. And also I released another tutorial that I'm proud of, the how to use structure blocks. Not as popular, but a really clear and concise tutorial on how to use the structure blocks. June was a pretty epic month. We got to episode 500 of Hermitcraft, a series number we will probably never come around to again, and of course we made it a special with the return of Evil X, and probably one of my most favourite projects that we have done with Evil X so far. It also marked the release of 1.10, which came with my 30 secret changes in 1.10 video, and that is my most popular Minecraft video released on this channel. It has got an insane amount of views on it. We also did season 10 of UHC, and that came down to the final battle where I faced off against Iskall and Doc M. It was a close battle for a short while and then I got butchered alive, but it was a lot of fun and a really memorable UHC. We also started Captive Minecraft with Iskall, which was a really popular series. The two of us had an absolute blast playing together, and I also teamed up with Milogfella, Rendog, and we played the weird and strange Who's Your Daddy map, which was an actual game converted into a Minecraft map. July was a jam-packed month with a lot going on. Missile Wars was updated for 1.10 and playing that game again was a lot of fun. The video that I put out was really well received, and looking at it now, every time I see Missile Wars I always think I need to play this game more. It is so much fun. We also had the return of Polybridge, which has now made several returns on the channel because of the intermittent updates that get added to the game, and that was a lot of fun to bring back and play once again. I also put out my first ever Epic-sode, which I'm probably not going to do again, but an Epic-sode is where we put a ton of time and effort just into one singular episode on Hermitcraft, and the result was really great, and I got a lot of love for doing that project. I also put out my first tabs videos. We've done quite a few of those now. The earlier ones are really popular, and whenever they update the game I like to pull it out again and have a go. It's a lot of fun. And also we did Hermit Wars, which is the PvP adventure map put together by Iskall and his team of builders. That was a tremendous amount of fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing that again. And also I put out a video showing you my old recording setup. Of course I'm now in the new house, and so before I left I decided to record everything and show you where I've been recording. August was a hectic month for me. Not only was I doing full-time YouTube, I was also trying to move out as well, as I brought my new house, and I filmed a little video of me going around and showing you all of the rooms in the house, which I'm really glad that I did, because now I can look back at it and remember how everything looked before I started decorating and making the home my own, which was cool. I also made the time-lapse compilation for Season 3 in this month, which is a super long video full of all of the time lapses that we did on that season of Hermitcraft, and I thought I'd also announce that I probably won't be doing this again. The way that I've changed doing my time lapses in Season 4 means it's really unlikely I'm going to sit through and edit all of that again, as it literally took days to put together. I also put out my 100th episode of Minecraft Mythbusting in this month, which is a huge landmark, and it was a really popular video. It was called I Was Wrong, and I just pointed out all the times that I got things wrong in the season, which I thought was a good thing to do. And also this month, not on the channel, but over on Twitch, I was streaming a lot of No Man's Sky, and I thought I'd mention that because I did have a good time with that game, but after a while it started to get a little bit on the dull side. September saw the dramatic conclusion to all of the Logfellas drama, as we were taken to court for the day in the Logfellas versus the State video. If you haven't seen that, I'd highly recommend it. There was loads of fun and shenanigans going on. We had an absolute blast making that video. And just a few days later, Vintage Beef himself joined Hermitcraft, the legendary Minecracker, Minecraft Let's Player. Decided to come over and play vanilla Minecraft with us guys, and we are really honoured to have him in the group, of course. Later on in the month we also did the Vanilla Tweaks resource pack, which has been really popular to this day, which is basically just me tweaking little things here and there in vanilla, making them slightly different or better in my opinion. and that resource pack has been really well received. It also marked our 5-year anniversary on YouTube, as September always would do. And to celebrate that, I made the tutorial, something I had planned on doing since my 1st year anniversary, and finally got around to making a tutorial on how you guys could make your own tutorials, right? It's a little bit crazy. October was a busy month for me. I was settling into the new home, getting used to the routine, and putting in a ton of time and effort into our second episode, number 546 of Season 4 of Hermitcraft. We returned to the Octavoid to put an insane amount of time and effort into a single episode once again. Unfortunately though, that is most likely going to be the last episode that I do. October also marked us getting together, the Hermitcraft group, and releasing our own mod pack with FTB, known as the Hermit Pack. And since then, I've had a lot of fun playing on the server. I do really like modded. It is good to be back into it again. And also later on in the month, from me and Rendog, the Logfellas started our finale project, I guess you could say, for the Logfellas, the Logwarts, built between the Purple District and the Brown District. That wonderful set of buildings made out of granite of all blocks. November was probably a quieter month in terms of remarkable videos because we were hunkering down playing vanilla and modded Minecraft, doing 2 LPs at the same time. But the 20 secret changes to 1.11 video came out because of course 1.11 came out itself. That video was really well received. I also did an 1.11 myths video. That one blew up and got a lot of traffic as well. And then we also did episode 564 of Hermitcraft, where I gave you guys loads of shulker farming tips and tricks, and that video absolutely blew up as well, which was really cool. December has been jam-packed. As well as the Christmas holidays, we've also had 2 LPs running and a whole load of other stuff going on as well. I put out the Shulker Farm video at the beginning of the month, and initially the reaction to that was a little bit mixed, and then the dust settled and it seemed like a lot of people really liked the idea of using a spawner to give them a new challenge. Had loads of people sending me their ideas for Shulker Farms, and the video amassed a lot of views as well. We also made the Shulker Box secret entrance tutorial. That was a really quick and fun, clear and concise tutorial to make. It was something that we discovered in a live stream, and then I just decided to make a 1-minute tutorial on it. We also did the carpet mod showcase. If you didn't catch this and you're a technical player, this could be incredibly useful for you. Go back and check out that video. Nembomb's mod gives you some really impressive tools for helping you build mob farms and contraptions. We also saw another return of Polybridge. Like earlier in the year, I decided to bring it back for a few festive episodes before Christmas came around the corner. There was also the Star Wars tab update as well with all of the neon units. So I did a live stream of me playing through the campaign and had a lot of fun doing that, and then made a couple of videos on it as well, which was really cool. And last of all, we had Hunt the Hermit, which at the time of me recording this video hasn't finished yet. You're going to see a lot of jam-packed action from the Hermits in this series, that's for sure. And that's my 2016. Looking back over it, it's been really fun and really productive as well, which is a great combination. And in 2017, we should strive for better. Even more fun, even more productivity. In fact, that's something you should always do, is strive to be better. And that's what we will do next year. But that is it from me of this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. And if any of the videos you saw in this one tickle your interest, then you can find a link to them in the description box down below. But that is it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.